I'm a youth coordinator in that office. Njengoba nje isihlangene namhlanje siphethe abantu abasha. Ngizocela nje ukuqala ngokubingelela ngokukhethekile His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Mxolisi Kaunda, the executive members present, city executives and officials, the Department of Education, executive and its officials, principals and teachers, obaba, abazali, no mama bengane, osingaye, the learners. Ngifuna futhi nokukhethekile to greet the choir that will be bringing entertainment today, iJG Zuma Choir. Ngifuna futhi uphinde ngibingelele wonke nje umuntu okhona. Sanibonani, molweni, dumelang, I think it's goeiemiddag, good day, you are all welcome. Seningaqala nje nikhumule nonke amabhantshi, seningawabeka ehlalweni manje, you are all welcome. I am today the program director, this is my show. I now call the shots. Before we start, ceremoniously, the ICC provides us with a safety video, which then gives us details about everything else. Then we can officially continue with everything else.
Welcome to the Durban ICC, where the world meets Africa. As a leading world-class events facility, we make your safety our #1 priority. Please give us your attention for a few minutes to take you through some important health and safety information. As the Durban ICC is a public space, please remember to keep your personal belongings safe and with you at all times. We have many bathrooms for you to use around the venue. They are clearly marked in the foyer and concourse areas. The Durban ICC is a smoke-free building, but we do have clearly marked smoking zones outside the main entrance and in the courtyards opposite the concourse. Please make use of these areas and the ashtrays provided when you smoke. In the event of a medical emergency, please dial the emergency number 031 360 1007 for assistance. The Durban ICC has developed a very simple emergency evacuation plan that everyone must be familiar with. Our staff are specially trained and will be there to assist you in following this plan. In the event of an evacuation, an announcement will be made to leave the venue. Please remain calm and walk swiftly to the nearest emergency exit in the concourse area. These exit doors are clearly marked. Security guards and the marshals will also help direct you out of the building. Please do not use any lifts or escalators in the event of an emergency. Once outside, you will be directed to the nearest assembly point by the marshals for your safety. Please wait at the assembly point until the venue has been cleared and a marshal deems it safe for you to return to your seats. Thank you for your time and enjoy this event.
Thank you very much, ICC. As a Christian myself, and as per the protocol, ngizocela ichoir, iJG Zuma Choir, isivulele nge-national anthem, the national prayer. Can you all rise as iJG Zuma sings the national anthem? All males cela bahloniphe ngokuthula igqoko. Can there be no movement as we pray? iJG Zuma. Fast. Move. Ngicela siphinde sibashayele izandla. Can you please give them another round of applause? You know, as I'm standing here, ngiyayibona i-facial expression kaSisibusi. Ukuthi let's see. I want to really profusely apologize for not having really mentioned in the special greetings our sponsors, MTN, AfriSam, and Nedbank. These are the people that really contribute to the success even of this city. Ngicela nje sibashayele izandla nje. Sixolise kuwena Sisibusi. As I've said, indeed I'm running the show, but this is not my house. I'm indeed put to run the show. So I am now going to call upon UDCM, Umagai, to welcome us today in his house. DCM Magai.
Thank you, Program Director Baba Machigela. And on behalf of His Worship, Councillor Mxolisi Kaunda, our Mayor, I would like to welcome you all. And a special welcome would then go to members of the Executive Committee present who are accompanying the Mayor and councillors and councillor leadership present. I would also like to welcome the Department of Education and specifically the 2 circuits that, or districts rather as they are called now, that are within the jurisdiction of eThekwini municipality, namely the Umlazi district and the Pinetown district. Also welcome the principals present from the schools that produced the learners that we are celebrating today, the educators. Also to greet and welcome our sponsors. Present here today would be MTN in the persons of Sisibusi Dlamini and Zolani Scott, and in their absentia, AfriSan and Nedbank. But also I think if I could greet my colleagues from the administration, the DCM's deputy city managers present, and heads of units that are within this meeting, or rather this celebratory meeting, and also the parents that have, over the years, the 12 years when the class of 2022 was going through their learning and education program and process, the frustrations they had are coming to fruition today. And of course, to say welcome to them as they come to celebrate with us. And last but not least, the class of 22 that we are celebrating today that has made us proud. Welcome to you. And actually congratulate the mayor that he has continued to hold the mantle. Today we are celebrating this in this particular fashion for the 24th year. And over the years we have taken note of the excellent results that we've received in the province, especially in our area within the province of eThekwini. And of course, I think this year, whilst we may be not the top in the country, but certainly we have produced an above 80% pass rate as a province, and actually that is a good showing and a good cause for celebration. And therefore, I would ask you, as I welcome you to this celebration, to loosen up, show that we are in a celebratory mood and congratulatory mood for a job well done to our learners, our educators, and the whole support system that is provided by the education from the provincial level right through to the district level. And as the program director was saying, for us to show that we're in a celebratory mood, we actually now can take off our jackets and actually be in a jovial mood to actually ensure that as we send them to their next stages in their lives, whether tertiary education or they get to have a gap year, some of them, and some of them get to get into other endeavors such as work and so on. They actually glide into it with us having given them a wonderful congratulation and a send-off. And let us enjoy this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let us anticipate the goodies that are going to be given to those that have performed excellently and exceptionally. And let us enjoy ourselves and make sure that we indeed make them feel happy and demonstrate that we are proud of the performance that they've displayed during the examination process of 2022. I thank you for having made it here, but also let's enjoy and be happy and be merry. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Makai. As now we have been welcomed officially, so now it's clear that we are gathered here to celebrate this great achievement by the class of 2022. It was a 12-year journey, and indeed they're here today. They have made it. I would like to, as we really congratulate them, use a quote from the then president, Mbeki, in his resignation speech, when he said, and I quote, "Those who complete the course do so not because as fatigue sets in and the incline is too steep, the loneliness is too hard to bear. So you are here today for that reason. You did not indeed, through load shedding, through the floods, through every other natural event that has happened in eThekwini, you did not give up. You steered ahead. You knew very well where you are headed. And indeed, I would like also to really congratulate you for having made it this far. And really wish you well in your future endeavors. As it is, some of you will be looking for work. Some will be welcomed into universities. Some will be taking a gap year. So in all that process, this day is indeed about you. So feel free, the best you can do, guys, is to smile. You've made it this far. Smile, please. We are going to then have a message of support from Umla's districts. I would like to welcome Mr. Komo to come and give us a message of support. Apologies, here it's written Mr. But I can see really that no, gender-based, it's not Mr. So, yeah.
Program Director, Honorable Mayor, Executive Committee members, councillors, City Manager, Deputy Manager, and City Management, Education District officials, principals of schools, educators, learners, and all the distinguished guests and the dignitaries. I greet you today, this morning. This is Nombulelo Yeni, one of the district officials under Umlazi District. I'm standing here representing the two directors, Director Mr. Keswa from Pinetown District and Director Mrs. T.A. Gumede, Acting District Director from Umlazi. It is such a big head to wear. It is my great pleasure and honor as Umlazi District and Pinetown District Director, obviously today, right now, to be in this prestigious occasion where the Honorable Mayor, Bab Kaunda, is celebrating the eThekwini Umlazi District, Pinetown District champions. These are our stars who have sacrificed everything, every day, prioritizing education for their brighter future. This is the day of celebrating their hard work and excellent results out of all odds. Your Worship, these learners and teachers, they are now today celebrating because they've decided to soldier on under difficult systemic and societal challenges like poverty, violence, substance abuse that they are exposed to, as well as load shedding recently. And some of these schools, besides all those systemic and societal challenges, but they've decided to change the narrative. They are now adopting a 7-day schoolwork and even extending their working hours. Some schools end the day at 6 in order for them to achieve these remarkable results. And we are so proud of that dedication and commitment. Honorable Mayor, we appreciate the support that you're providing to our learners through the bursaries that we have seen over the years, through the learnerships that they've been offered. And this gives us encouragement that our hard work as officials, as teachers, principals, learners, and even parents included, is always appreciated by our municipalities. And that our learners shall never be on the street loitering around beyond Matric. Our municipality is driving a good campaign that will ensure that all our learners, they rise to better places as they build their future moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, as education sector, we always strive to provide quality results through collaborating with all the stakeholders involved. However, there are still struggles and challenges that we experience. In different areas, there are those irritations that are hindering us to meet the demands of the Vision 2030. And some of these areas, amongst others, is the issue of high achievement standards in maths and science, where we are expected to increase the number of learners who provide us with high marks in these subjects, but also educator capacity becomes a critical issue. The second challenge that we recently identified is the issue of the new function shift that we have adopted as the department, where from birth to 5 years, all those children are now under education system, and we need to make sure that we provide them with quality education. If you think about all the number of crashes that we have around the area of eThekwini, some of them are not registered, some of them the standards are not acceptable. And we need to collaborate and work together in ensuring that from as early as 0 months, our learners are provided with quality education. Our learners are so different. Diversity is the order of the day, and we are trying to build inclusive societies and inclusive schools. Hence, I would like to also highlight and elevate the issue of the importance of technical occupational skills programs and other pathways of learning. Skills development and getting more artisans produced by our basic education and even other sectors is critical these days, so that we respond to this increase unemployment rate, and also to build capacity for more and more of the entrepreneurs in our eThekwini municipality. This can also reduce the high rate of our youth that is all over the street being exposed to social ills. As Education Department, led by the ANC government, we appreciate the vision and leadership of the eThekwini municipality. However, there is still a need for us to look at the strategic equalization and redress, especially for our rural schools as well as our township schools. These schools work under very difficult situations, but they are pushing hard, and now these schools are showing that as rural schools fine, as township schools fine, but they are competent and they are willing, just like the other previously advantaged schools in the urban areas. They are willing that they can produce good results. All they need, all they require is that they are provided with more support that is very directed to their needs and their contextual factors. They also need to be prioritized in a number of support programs that the municipality can afford. As officials of schools, principals of schools, and educators, we will always strive for excellent and producing quality results. We can still do more, Honorable Mayor. The results that we produced in 2022, more can be achieved. And we promise to commit that the delivery of the best results will be evident from Umlazi District as well as Pinetown District. I thank you.
Bame ngempela sodolopa siyabonga to continue to really appreciate and acknowledge this achievement. Indeed, it shows that our mayor has indeed risen through the ranks of the great leadership. So we are indeed motivated by that mayor, and it reminds us, as Oliver Tambo said, that a country or a nation that doesn't take care of the needs of its youth doesn't deserve a future. So, but Mayor, you are working really on that you are taking care of this great achievement. From time to time, anike lole nishayela izandla nje. Nike nisibonge nje ukuthi nani nila. Without wasting any time, Sisbus, we are going to receive a message of support from our sponsors, Sisbus Dlamini. Can we welcome her on stage?
Thank you, Program Director. Honorable Mayor, DCM Cele, the management of eThekwini Municipality, Department of Education Leadership, the school principals, Matric learners of 2022, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. My name is Busi Dlamini. I am the head of Enterprise Business Unit in the KZN region. It is with great pride that MTN is here today to celebrate and the brightest matriculants from the class of 2022. We are also so proud of you for the commitment, the tenacity, the resilience you have shown to get where you are today. We cannot, however, celebrate you without celebrating your support structures, your guardians, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your friends, and your teachers and your principals, who have stood by you throughout the journey of the last 12 years. To celebrate and reward your great achievement in 2022, MTN Foundation would like to ensure that results like these continue. We have this year decided that we are going to give the top school or the top achieving school of 2022 a compujector that will support today's modern learning, this portable device will allow a teacher to access the internet as a computer would, to access information, to build learning material, and project it to the class all at the same time. We regard this being here today as a sponsor a privilege that marks our active participation with eThekwini municipality as a builder of future opportunities and excellence. At a time like now, where South Africa can feel a little bleak, young people like the ones that we are celebrating here today are the bright lights that remind us that the solutions will come from us, from within. We believe in using the power of technology and ICT to harness innovation, creativity, and energy, particularly from young people, to seek African solutions and solve Africa's problems. Thank you.
Bamme, asibonge impela nje. We are now, ladies and gentlemen, about to receive entertainment. You see, I can see that you are so uptight. Listen up. I understand the occasion, but you need to listen up. JJ Zuma, Sisirid, can we again welcome them on stage as they provide us with entertainment? Babe, asikuvaleli ngaphandle. Siyakwazi ukuthi nawo nayo ingoma yakho. Ikona nje ukuthi abakubukhile ke, ngithanda ukubaxolisela. Kodwa nje hayi, futhi ngiyathemba ukuthi uzobathi. Ujinje zomasoxabana namancane. Ngicela siphinde sibashayele izandla etshitshi Zuma. Councillor Khuzwayo. Labantu abala namhlanje have gone through, I think, the worst that is ever seen by the country. I think they were in high school when COVID-19 started. They made it through. We had floods. We are now having load shedding. I'm sure some of their exams they wrote under generators. Those that do not have such wrote under some stringent measures provided by the school. Indeed, this is a great achievement given what they've gone through. And indeed, we should be motivated and we should celebrate this in a very special way. Kodwa ke, indeed, it reminds us that former president again, President Mbeki, when he said, and I quote again, "Gloomy despondency has never defeated adversity. Trying times need courage and resilience. Our strength indeed as the people has never been tested during the best of times. We should never be despondent because the weather is bad, nor should we turn triumphalists because the sun shines." And I close quote. I think beyond anything else, this is the achievement indeed. They were motivated by that. Abathanga inama floods, therefore, I'm giving up. They made it and they are here today. Asiqhubeke nohlelo. I am going to welcome now on stage Elena ka 2022 to really give us a motivation. Oh, please also forgive me. You see, I'm from the rural areas. Some of these English names, I will not be very perfect in pronouncing them. Please forgive me. I'm not doing that in disrespect. It is a challenge. Yeah. So I'm going to ask to come on stage Hussein Hafaji to come and motivate. She's from the class of 2022 to come and motivate fellow classmates.
Good day to one and all. My name is Husna Hafaji, and I am a learner at Al-Falah College, or I was a learner at Al-Falah College. And I am honored to have been chosen to represent the class of 2022, who, with bittersweet smiles, we have come to the end of our schooling career. I think that one thing that everyone wants when things come to an end is to be remembered. Nobody wants to fade into the background or fade away like an echo. In life, as students and as people, I think that we need to try to be the voice and not the echo, because the voice is what we remember and what creates the echo. And each and every one of us has a voice, and it is our responsibility to use it. It is our responsibility to be the voice for justice and for compassion, to speak up when we see something that we know is wrong, and to make sure that each and every person is safe from our tongue and hand. I really sincerely believe that hard work and effort do not betray, and that any obstacle that we experience in life can be overcome if we just put our mind to it. The road this far, for all of us as students, especially during this class of 2022, has not been easy, but I think that we have proven that with resilience, we could make it through. On behalf of all of my fellow learners, I would like to thank our parents, our teachers, principals, and everyone else who has supported us in coming this far. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Kunombiko ophuthumayo. These people are needed outside. Those that drive these cars with these number plates, NT 525 480, NTM 19699, NC 32093, NIN 4626, NUR 61692. Niyawazi ngamaqaleni, can you please attend ngaphandle inkinga enizolungiswa? Bame, this is not just a talk show. Beyond this, the students that make it are then acknowledged and are then assisted financially to study. Umuntu engizomcela is one of the bursary holders, class of 2021, usebenzile Dlamini, to come and also motivate. As welcome usebenzile Dlamini on stage.
Thank you, Program Director, for giving me this opportunity. I would like to take this opportunity to greet our mayor, our city heads, deputy heads, all managers, principals, teachers, parents, and our sponsors. I would like to also agree to greet our special guest, students. It is an honor and privilege to speak before you today. My name is Sebenzile Dlamini. I'm a BSc Electrical Engineering graduate. I finished my degree last year in December 2022. I got this bursary in 2019. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the municipality for helping me to make it possible for me to pursue my dreams of becoming an electrical engineer. I was honored to be one of the recipients of this bursary program. I want to thank the generous support that you have provided for me through the bursary award in 2019 to 2022 academic year at University of KwaZulu-Natal. Becoming an electrical engineer has always been my dream in my life. This financial assistance has made it much easier for me to spend more time on my studies, and it has put me on a path to greatness. Since I'm coming from a very disadvantaged background, my first day was very hard for me, and it was even hard for me sometimes to focus on my studies since I had no financial aid. Getting this bursary in my second year made a huge difference. I don't know what I would have done without it. Each child made it possible. I had made sure to save. I have made sure to have saved, but it made it not so scary checking on my bank balance. It also made the experience more beneficial because of being able to concentrate on the schoolwork and not to be stressed about money. Without this bursary, I would have been unable to pay my tuition fees, accommodation fee, travel cost, and I would have been struggling with food expenses. Education is one of the most expensive basic needs today. Our future of humanity is dim because many youths are uncertain about their future. They are dropping out of schools because they lack fees and money for personal needs. The good news is that eThekwini municipality has bursaries to secure the youth's future. Our community is very lucky. eThekwini municipality does not only offer the financial assistance, but also offer the vacation works to our students. The vacation work is a platform which helps students to gain experience, and students can also make extra cash for themselves. It provides opportunities to help students improve their skills and gain better insights of corporate in industry. Undergoing vacation experience provide the opportunity for students to experience and understand how respective business within various industries operates daily. It presents the importance of adapting to corporate culture, how to interact with clients, opportunity to students to network with experts, and it helps interpersonal skills needed in the workplace, such as being a clear communicator, being proactive, and attentive to procedures in the workplace. The experience of a vacation work is worthwhile and beneficial in career advancement. The experience provides individuals an opportunity to evaluate their work ethic and drive. I started my vacation work experience in 2019. I received a short-term contract, and I worked as an BSc Electrical Engineering vacation student. Since then, I can be able to make extra cash for myself and also look after my family at the same time. And I also got the opportunity to enhance experience and skills and improve my electrical engineering knowledge and design abilities. I would like to thank the eThekwini municipality once again for helping me obtain one of my greatest dreams. This bursary program has inspired me in many ways, one of which is to give something back to the community through scholarship or bursaries when I'm able to in the future. I would like to pay it forward by becoming involved with the other graduates and attending events together that are hosted by the municipality so that I can mentor others with the knowledge and experience that I have attained throughout my journey, and continuously motivating students to work as hard as possible to ensure that should they be awarded the bursary, they can maintain it based on their academic excellence. I have learned that hard work and dedication form the recipe for success, and I'm grateful to this program for seeing my potential, and going above and beyond to nurture it. I would advise beneficiaries to seek employment at eThekwini municipality throughout the graduate internship development program, as the organization empowers the graduate professionals. I would like to congratulate all the students that are going to be awarded today, and I would like to wish you all the best on your studies. Thank you.
Can we again give the round of applause to the motivational speakers? Ngicela ngokukhethekile, can we give a round of applause to eThekwini municipality for offering such assistance to needy students? Lo mcimbi ke njengoba bengishilo umcimbi wami. Imina owenza yonke into yenzeke. Aningene ngishayile izandla nje. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the mayor on stage. May you all rise as we welcome the mayor to give us a keynote address to this auspicious occasion.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Program Director. Let me start by expressing my sincere apology for starting late. I had to engage the senior management of Department of Education as well as the Cameroon delegation, so there were some little bit of delays in our engagements, but we're also shaping the future of our youth when we met earlier on so that we are able to respond to the plight of young people in our city. I hope my apology is accepted. Is that so? Okay, thank you. I can now speak openly when your apology is accepted by your own employers, because you are seated there, you are my employer. So you can't be late when your employer is meeting you, so you must always be early. Thank you very much for that. Deputy Councillor Kuzwayo, the ward councillor, ophethelele le-CBD yethu, siyabonga kakhulu Mnguni ukuba khona kwakho, and other councillors who are present, the deputy city manager responsible for governance, Magai, thank you for welcoming us. I've seen other deputy city managers as well present. Deputy city manager Umakanya, responsible for trade and services. When we talk about water, electricity, refuse collection, is responsible for that. If you can just rise and people can see you. DCM Makanya, undos nimbonile los welcomile. The next deputy city manager is Deputy City Manager Makatini, who's responsible for human capital in our municipality. Can you also stand up so that people can see you? Thank you, DCM. The city manager was here with me since 7:30 early in the morning, but he had to rush to other responsibilities. We're here in ICC at 7:30 to attend to other matters of our community. Let me recognize the senior management from the education department, Ms. Sieni, who represented the 2 districts, and all the senior officials from the Department of Education, whom I've also met with earlier on. Let's recognize our sponsors, Sisbusi, Dlamini. Thank you very much for being a reliable ally. Whenever we meet, we know it can't be a program without you. So thank you very much for being consistent to support us as a city, to shape the lives of our young people for the better. Thank you very much for that. Netbank in absentia and AfriSem in absentia, but they are also working with us to support the youth of this city, as well as Afrotainment. Nayazi Afrotainment bandabasha gamalum. Nayazi Afrotainment gamalum. Umalum tira. Nabo, they are supporting us. So we really appreciate all our sponsors who are making this goal to become a reality. to support young people. Let me recognize the parents present accompanying their people who are here. Let me also recognize the SGPs, associations, the organized labor, the learners themselves who are the good ambassadors who have represented us very well, and they flew our flag high when the matric results were released. I was watching the TV, and as a mayor, it gives you some fresh air when you see a learner from eThekwini representing us in top 10. There were about 3 of them. So let's give them a big round of applause. I was also lucky to participate in the provincial awards with the Premier and the MEC. I was also happy to see eThekwini rising in that event. Young people who represented us very well. When you are a mayor and you are called to be part of those who are issuing awards to support the Premier and the MEC, and you don't see learners from your own city, it would have been a big embarrassment. So now you made me to laugh. When you look at those photos, you know, the beautiful face is appearing in those photos with that laughter, because we know that you have made us people and you represented us very well during your performance. And we also looking that beyond this, you'll become the good ambassadors when you go to universities. Show people when you come from eThekwini, our culture, different cultures and religions, as a cosmopolitan city, and you respect each one that you meet on the street. That's a culture that we have in this city. So when you go there to the universities, don't change. Don't start new things that will embarrass us as people of eThekwini. We trust you and we have full confidence in you. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you, and I'm happy that you all took your time to come here to share this celebration with us. It is with great pride and excitement that we are gathered here today to celebrate and congratulate the eThekwini Matric class of 2022. Today, we are delighted to honor learners from eThekwini who have outdone themselves by obtaining outstanding results in the 2022 National Senior Certificate exam despite many adversities. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll agree with me that since 2020, it has not been an easy academic journey for our learners, as the education sector has been severely affected by many challenges. Some of those challenges are caused by us as communities. When we don't have water, when we don't have electricity, we go and shut down the operations in schools. And we fail to understand, why are we shutting down the schools when there is no electricity in the area or roads are not in good shape? We must allow the schools to function. Each and every hour to the schools, to our education system is valuable. So therefore, we must resist the temptation of disrupting schools. But we as community leaders, we as communities, we must defend our schools. And we say, not in our name. You can't shut down the operation of the school because you are not happy with the development in the area. Whilst we are attending, thank you. Whilst we are attending to those challenges, but we also want to take our responsibility as a city, a collective responsibility with communities, that we must support our schools. During the year 2020 and 2021, learners starting under conditions of national state of disaster as a result of COVID-19, you'll recall that some learners attended school on a rotational system to avoid overcrowding in classrooms as per COVID-19 protocols of social distancing. Many learners studied at home with minimum interaction with the teacher. Others lost their loved ones to the pandemic and had to grapple with both emotional trauma and academic challenges. Also in 2021, we were hit by a wave of civil unrest, which disrupted learning and teaching in many parts of our city. Last year, eThekwini was severely affected by the April and May floods, which damaged infrastructure, displaced families, and disrupted education system. And we lost more than 450 people. 75 of them are still missing. We are putting their families in our prayers so that God may provide a solution for them to find closure to their great loss. Many learners were placed among flood victims in mass care centers that were set up in eThekwini to temporarily accommodate those families whose homes were destroyed by the flood disaster. But we are happy to report, together with the provincial government and the city, we were able to remove all those committees from community halls, from churches, through the target that we have set for ourselves, that before Christmas, all of them, they should have been relocated to a better place, which is family friendly. That's what we did, and all of them, without fail, the last families that we relocated, they were relocated on the 23rd of December, before Christmas. Despite these challenges, our learners remained resilient, and they've triumphed against adversity. While the province of KwaZulu-Natal Matric class of 2022 achieved a historic 83%, a significant increase from the 77% recorded in 2021. The two education districts in eThekwini achieved 80% and above. Umlazi district obtained 82.8%, while Pantown district recorded 80.5%. Can you give them a big round of applause? Ngathi kuthe kuphambana kancane kona. Kuthenje kuphambana kancane kodwa kona kunjalo. Then if Umlazi would have obtained at least 85%, the province of KwaZulu-Natal would have become number 2 national. So let us fight. We don't deserve this. We deserve more than this. With all the resources that we have in the metro, unlike the schools which are in deep rural areas and in poor districts, let us also reposition ourselves for those better results. Come 2023, as we are starting the academic year, you must fight, and we do not want you to compete only with the schools in the province. We want you to contest a space nationally, that when the top 5 districts nationally, they are called eThekwini, those 2 districts from here, eThekwini, must appear in that top 5. Is that possible? When I met with the management, they said, no, it's possible. So let's support them to realize that. Ladies and gentlemen, the ANC government has declared 2023 as the year of decisive action to advance the people's interests, including education. To give practical meaning to this call, eThekwini municipality will continue to invest in youth and education. The municipality offers financial assistance to academically deserving learners, especially those from disadvantaged backgrounds, who have done exceptionally well to further their studies in public higher education, higher institutions of learning. Ladies and gentlemen, through the eThekwini Matric Awards ceremony, which has been a calendar event for more than 2 decades, will recognize schools that obtained 100% matric pass rates. I think I must emphasize something here. I received a complaint that there are schools which are located in eThekwini Mkhomas, but those schools, in terms of the education boundaries, they were still reporting in Ugu district. So they were asking me a question as a mayor. When Ugu does something, they don't call us. When eThekwini does something, you don't call us. So where do we belong as these schools? I'm happy that today they are here. Give them a big round of applause. They belong here to eThekwini, so that's why they are with us today. So we are not going to reverse this decision. So all the years is given now, you'll be with us, celebrating with us. But remember, if you drop 100%, we won't invite you to this event. So maintain that 100%. Schools that improve by more than 30% in the matric pass rate will also be recognized. Top 10 learners from eThekwini and top 10 learners from disadvantaged schools, which are categorized by the Department of Education as schools under quintile level 1 to level 3 ranking system. During this prestigious ceremony, full bursaries will be awarded to learners who have been accepted to further their studies on a full-time basis at any South African public institution of higher learning. We want to raise this. We can't afford the other private. So we want to take you to the institutions that are publicly in this. So if you decide to go overseas and you study there in a private university, we don't have money for that. We can only afford this. So we'll make it a point that there's no learner that will not get this assistance if that learner deserves to get such an assistance. So these bursaries cover the ones that we are issuing, they cover the following. Yesterday when I was in the meetup, because there was a lot of noise, there were many questions that I was asked, I said we are offering free bursaries instead of saying we're offering full bursaries. I said free bursaries. That was your mayor, by the way. So I apologize to misrepresent you. We are offering full bursaries, not free bursaries. Hey, sometimes you get surprised, how do we survive? The way we do our business, each and every minute you are on something. So even if you want to have lunch, sometimes you've got to ask people, hey, can you allow me to have lunch? So if it's not possible, you continue without having lunch. Mhlawumbe ngakho ngibona ngisemngaka phela ukwazi uba imethe kugcina ube mncane akufanele ukubonakala nje ta imethe kuke le nomgeqe. No, I agree with you. I was asked when I attended the event yesterday at night, they said, hey, where's your chain? I said, do you know how heavy that chain is? You know, when they were putting it there at City Hall, you hardly have it 5 minutes in you. Because that's a real gold, eh? Yeah, it's a real gold. And that's why when they deliver it, there must be protection. You can't just move with it without protection. So, kodwa ngizoniqhokela lo ngiyabona ngathi niyalithanda leli shini. Shifana ngithi ukujima so that noma ngeligqoka ngingawi. Manje kuyoba ihlazo when the mayor is wearing the chain and you find the mayor falling down because he's unable to carry the thing. So it is important, ladies and gentlemen, that to date, the municipality has more than 70 students who are beneficiaries of this bursary. A total bursary and the budget that we have allocated of 10.4 million has been set aside to assist with bursaries in this current financial year. This budget includes costs for existing beneficiaries. So we cover tuition fees, accommodation, study materials, and meals allowance, and you heard yourself that one of our former learners, who's now the graduate, had to save these allowances that we give them. She talked about saving. We're just chatting with Councillor Kuzwa. We said, hey, all right, lo becabanga nokusave, abanye abakucabanga ngokusave. Uthi nje akudliwe nabangani nje nemali iThekwini nginikeza imali asidleni bangani bami kube mnandi. So those who still think about saving, so we commend that. It's a good action and good decision in life. Because when you grow up, that means even when you are working, you'll be able to save. The reason why many people are locked in credits, in debts, in deep debts, is because people do not think of saving and allocate those savings to go and buy something instead of buying everything on credit. So, which then kills the economy of South Africa, because once you are unable now to have your income and spend money, the economy won't circulate. That money, when it doesn't circulate, the GDP gets affected. We want each and everyone who's working to have money to spend. So for you to have money to spend, musukuvula i-account yalapha ya, icathulo, igqoko, ingubo zokugqoka ezinye, enye yanani, yonke into i-account nje. So we need to be, because the economy requires that we must start saving. We must start saving so that we can have a better life. Otherwise, mayingena imali makushaya umhla ka-25, thina sola umhla ka-25. Makushaya umhla ka-25 akufuneki khale cellphone tin 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 tin. Fanele nje cellphone ithule nje. Mayingena umhla ka-25 kube wona oyikhipha wena bufuna uyisa ezidingweni ezibalekile. Kodwa ke we'll have a workshop for another day for that. So ladies and gentlemen, this budget includes all those costs that we are rendering for our learners, but we also want to raise a very serious matter that we do not allow these allowances to be spent on liquor. Yeah, our policy does not allow that. So when you are actually stealing when you do that, when you spend it on liquor. This is an allowance to make you survive in the institution of higher learning. So it's not for you to go and buy liquor out there. You are not there in the university to buy liquor. You are there to study. Yeah, you can't become a boss there because you buy liquor for everyone, because you have money. So we need to be cautious of that. Lindani Kuzwayo, who was in the Matric class of 2019, is one of the beneficiaries. Kuzwayo was amongst the eThekwini's top 10 learners from the disadvantaged schools. The municipality has academically supported this BSc electrical engineering student with a full bursary from 2020 to date, as well as what Ms. Dlamini also alluded to. As eThekwini municipality, we have invested more than $500,000 towards Kuzwayo's studies, as he is now doing his 4th year at the University of Cape Town. Throughout the years of study, Kuzwayo has performed well academically, and we are certain that he has a bright future ahead of him. There are many more beneficiaries like Kuzwayo. Some have obtained their qualifications and are doing well in their field of study. Ladies and gentlemen, the municipality also offers a student relief fund, which was established to